Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us.
Bruh, I want to play like the best player in Madden. Like the best player in Madden. No cap. Download your free PS monthly games. What's Titanfall? Outlast. Oh, why would I want to buy those games?
Harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium.
Okay, so
Here's
the
a scene a
Dolphins,
short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Miami Dolphins.
So, he is like probably the best
That'll
team
be taken in the end zone.
I've ever seen.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
I killed him. I was winning like 25-6. 26-5. Something
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, they're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. From the gun, Jackson forced out to his left. He's going to take off, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Taking it in from the 20, and the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. 3 plays already in the end zone. That was quick.
We always talk about offenses understanding what they want to do before they go into a game, and they practice it. They have their script and the plays they want to open with. But defenses aren't just reactive. They have their own ideas as well. These ideas didn't get implemented very well. 3 plays and a touchdown already scored against them.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's...
I want to see what QB's in. No, I don't want that QB. There you go.
Down at the 21-yard line. Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They go play action. It's Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
You jumped.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
You jumped!
Now Rosen looking and finding Allen Hurns. And down he'll go at the 25. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long hit.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them, and they took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overramped.
Well, the fat
Others
guy
say,
is.
I've got 2 touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll run on first down. Laird. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Well, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Rosen to throw. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Rosen. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down now, Laird. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Got to get to the 26 for a 1st. This is 3rd down. Here's Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Being chased out left. And he's going to keep it here. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. 12-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Throwing is Jackson. Looking for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Jackson. The ball popped in.
Bagel intercepted it.
Picked off inside the 10.
Bagel intercepted it.
At the 14-yard line on the return.
Bagel
with that incompletion, let's talk AFC playoff picture. I think you and I agree that if you put together any sort of power rankings, we'd put Baltimore #1, certainly in the AFC. But you look ahead to the playoffs getting started on January 4th. Who do you see as their main competitor for that Lamar hunt?
Hold on. I have one thing to do real quick. Holla. You're making noise. Resume the game. Resume the dumb game.
Trophy.
Well, tradition and us not wanting to be wrong dictates that we say New England next, and rightly so because of the number of Lombardi trophies they've won, how they've always played at this time of year. But the bottom line to me is the prime contenders right now for Baltimore, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes has gotten together. The defense is playing better. And Buffalo really showed me something when they beat Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh on a Sunday night in Week 15.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone trying to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Okay. Did Lizzo actually jump in the stands?
After the interception, here's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. And he will score! Touchdown! Baltimore! Lamar Jackson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And all he takes off with it, it's a fake.
Defensively by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples in this contest that he can run the football.
I think they're going to examine different ways to rush him now. Are they going to do it with different lanes? Are they going to use a spy? But they have to come up with options because right now, he's hurting them.
A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets them a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball in the coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a Dolphins defender with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your mitt.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. From 21 yards away, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they sit out on the sideline, you've got problems on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Christian Wilkins showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4. So after the sack here, second and 14. To throw is Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Jackson from the shotgun. And an alley to run. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. They run. It's Mark Ingram. There goes Mark Ingram. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, 32 yards, as the Ravens push further out in front. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the two-point conversion. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now it's Rosen. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And a completion to Wilson. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. From the gun on 3rd down is Rosen. Letting one go. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
His name's Taco Charles, and he plays for Michigan, by the way.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play call is
Willie Snead all alone. He's at the 40, past the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead. That's the first.
This is resume the game. Why? Go like doing that. Somewhere. No. I'm not. I'm ready. Resume the game. I don't really care. Just.
First half is winding down as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker now to add the point after. So he missed his first 2, but this time it's good, and that'll extend the lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're able to return this one all the way up to the 45. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Time remaining for likely one final play. You're on your side of the field, but, yeah, heck, maybe you throw one up 50-plus yards, see what happens.
Don't forget that taking the knee is the right play to make because you just get out of there, you regroup, you start over. But if you're going to take the shot, you do have a chance of either making the play happen or picking up a deep pass interference call. And remember, it's the NFL. You get yardage. It's not just a 15-yard play. You could have something big here. Let's see if they take the shot.
He'll try and run it. He's got the first. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and the Dolphins are going to recover. A gutsy call there. You exit the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They're already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. The play fake to Balaj. Now Rosen going deep here for Parker. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And now it's Rosen looking. And he's got it to Hearns. And he's taken down inside the 30.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. A former first-round pick, Marlon Humphrey, there to get a hand on it. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Throwing again, it's Rosen. Completes it to Hearns. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Matt Judon picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On the counter, Ingram. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. On 2nd and 10, Rosen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rosen. Airing it out for Hearns.
Dumb game.
After the 3rd time. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Ingram's got the first down and more. And finally taken down at the 36-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson, operating from the gun. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into...
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. After the interception, here's Rosen. Caught, it's Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards that time. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Let's be as fat as Lizzo.
On 1st down, it's Rosen. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Baltimore. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. To throw on 2nd and 10. Rosen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he? And
what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
On 3rd down, Rosen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. Parker unable to get that one.
Throw the ball, absolutely.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this will be incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 39. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together. Say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To throw is Rosen, and that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. A former 1st-round pick, Marlon Humphrey, there to get a hand on it. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Here's a run with Balaj. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. They're going on 4th down. Rosen And it is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line.
Show it up. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone, so they could use something here on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. Steps away. Pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Alan Hearns, 71 yards. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Hayden Hurst, former 1st-round pick, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
Let's go.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Here's Jackson to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Taco Charlton. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Rosen to throw. And that is incomplete. He was looking to get it to Alan Hearns that time. And it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. This is caught by Hearns. And he's got this down to the 35. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
So look at this. They'll go for a field goal now to get within a score. This to get it back to a one-score game. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So another long try for 3 and another kick that comes up lacking.
Yeah, this isn't going to do any wonders for his field goal percentage, but you have to figure as a head coach that when you send a guy out there to try and kick from that distance, it's a 50-50 proposition at best.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Here we go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Flush to his right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Now a second time.
Daddy, stay. Daddy. 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 Just stay here for 1 more minute. Daddy. I need to tell you something. I need to tell you something. I have feelings for you. I'm joking. No. I'm not gay. What? Okay.